Hello, everybody. Welcome to part 3 of the Afterlife with Eric and Jamie. How are you doing
and
again?
Elisa.
And Elisa. Okay, fine. Eric, how are suicides, gays, and celebrities treated over there?
Not like suicides, gays, and celebrities. Because how's that for an answer?
Well, let's start with gays. Everybody and the Christians usually think that the gays are going to go to hell, etc.
Okay, should we just address the concept of hell, Mom?
Okay, let's do that. Let's start out with that.
Okay, because remember, the whole judgment quality is man-made, not God-made. Right? God doesn't judge.
Mm-hmm.
God doesn't say, you're good, you're bad. Oh, you followed my guidelines. I love you, but I don't love you.
Oh.
He's just cracking up because it's such... that's just crazy town thinking... Because God is ever-loving, God is embracing. And he goes, I'm just going to use the word God as a very broad term. I'm hoping that everybody who's listening can kind of understand that term and put their own name to it if they want. But, if you have a belief that is in a higher entity or something that is greater than the human mankind, I truly hope your definition resonates with more of the reality of what's going on. Shape God's image however you want. Call him, her, whatever you want. But you got to understand that God, in quotes, is ever-loving. Never going to say, oh, you died, but you didn't behave like I expected you to, so I'm going to send you away. Because that's crazy, Think of it like as unconditional love on steroids.
Oh, wow. That's
It
pumped up.
just doesn't get sweeter than that. Right. So if a certain belief system on Earth says that gays are going to go to hell, that is a single person's belief system. If they signed up for it, then just imagine what's going to happen to them if they're closet gay and they never came out. They played the role and they have a belief system that they're a bad person, that they're going to go to hell for it.
Oh.
Just think about what their transition is going to be like, right? Because they handmade that for themselves. And they handmade it for themselves for a lesson, for a reason. So we got to embrace them all. Everybody has their own right or own free will to their own belief system, to their own thoughts. But really, when you get here, there's no hell. Hell's definition is the absence of God, or the lack of love for God, and it doesn't exist. Sorry.
Is God all there
No,
is? God is all there is, right? Is there anything beside God? Anything separate from God?
Not in our dimensional planes. There's nothing separate than God.
But in both realities, in all realities, from what I understand, God is all there is. There's only light.
What do you mean by all realities, Mom?
I don't know. You tell me.
Here's you fucking asked the question.
But, well, it's like everything is energy. Okay? That's that kind of question. Yeah. Everything in every dimension, etc., is all made of energy. Even matter is
considered. God's made of energy.
Okay, and is there anything beside God? Other than God?
Well, God is energy. God is like the cleanest and purest kind of energy.
Okay. Now, let's talk about...
Yeah, go.
Anything else more about how gays are treated in heaven? Beside what eventually they're taken out of that self-created hell, right? If they do believe in that.
If you have the belief that gays go to hell and you are gay and you are in the closet, then you are hand-making your experience. That when you die, you will have a very rough time reconciling with yourself and accepting your own personal love for self, because being gay is not negative. He goes, nowhere in the solar system, nowhere on Earth, nowhere even in your own personal closet are you ever going to find gay being negative. He was just... You laugh like a girl.
Uh-oh.
He goes, thank you. He's giggling is what it is.
Oh.
He finds it so hysterical that this is even a topic. He said, when I think about it more and more, I just find it so absurd that we still live in an age and time that people are shunned for their preference, their own personal preference, for their own life. They're shunned.
It's crazy.
Because we're in this whole movement of enlightenment, man. This has got to go to rest. Yeah, so if you are gay and you know you're gay, or you're in the closet gay, but you're okay with being gay, when you die, you are gay and happy and fine, and you have an afterlife. There's really no difference, Mom. It's just a person who's living their life and being honest with themselves and their emotional selves. That gives them further gain for when they're in spirit, because when you're here, it's all about being emotionally honest. Mm-hmm. So you did a lot of hard work when you were on Earth. So imagine the joy that you get when you get here.
What about suicides? A lot of people think that suicides go straight to hell. Obviously, you did not do that, but tell me more.
Because maybe if there was a hell, I probably would have skimmed it a little bit. He's teasing.
But
first of all, there's no hell. Just using the word God in general. God loves everybody. And, it's not in every culture, if you start doing the research, that suicide is seen as a negative. I can't grasp the concept of why people want to judge other people's actions. I know it's a very tender subject. Anybody who's watching, he goes, don't you think I know that more than any other fucking person out there? He goes, I'm the one who did it. I'm the one who succeeded. Don't you think I know what it takes to even get there? So, everybody on Earth will put suicide in under rape. These are things that mankind cannot embrace, cannot see it as even being acceptable or understood. And he says, I'm not here to change your mind on that. If I was here to change your mind on that and preach to you about it, then I'm just as bad as the next person. Because it's not about changing minds, it's about embracing what you find to be your own truth. And now just getting out and beyond that, just unzip out of your understanding of those terms of suicide, that definition of suicide, just unzip out of it just for 1 second so I can talk to you. Now, he goes, thank you for unzipping. Suicide. He goes, I can speak from my example, is that for me it ended up being a natural timing of death for my life. It was a way of dying in my life, just like cancer is, just like a car accident. There's a certain kind of timing, we'll call it timing, in life, right? And this timing is extremely graceful and flexible, but it helps build what the experiences are on Earth. And yes, it's changeable, it's touchable. I'm not saying that this is fixed like concrete, so please don't take what I'm saying in the wrong way. Now, there's those people who take suicide as a way out, and it's not under that graceful and good timing measures, right? Maybe they were supposed to have the concept or struggle with the concept and live a little bit longer before they follow through, or live an entire life and die of a heart attack. Now, I'm not one to sit around and say, you were right, you were wrong, you were right, you were wrong, because you know what that shit is. Total judgment, right? So, if you're leaving your life, no matter how you're leaving your life, be it accidental, disease, illness, murder, by your own hands, if you're leaving your life and it's your timing, you are gracefully accepted into the higher dimensions. It doesn't matter how or why. It was the timing and your understanding of it.
And
now, so let's say, yeah?
And if it's not your time, how
Let's
are you
say if
treated?
it's not your time,
Yeah.
you know, or that you weren't ready, but you did it anyways, or it happened to you anyways, then you got some shit to work out. You got some experiences that still need to occur on Earth that aren't going to be able to occur because you're not a player in it anymore. You removed yourself. So now you in spirit need to finish up those things and help that grace still stay in place. And then when you've done that, then it's almost like you can say your work is done or you've become more available. But not everything. Yeah, I know. Not everything is perfect timing. He's getting a little crazy trying to use the words again, like he wants to speak more emotionally without the language to it, but that's not going to go well, you know, in a situation like this. And he's saying, we talked about it before, that on Earth there's these concepts of being like in a pendulum swing, completely accurate and completely wrong, or on the fence, right? And he says, when you on Earth look at a situation, you tend to go for, was that the right thing to do or was that the bad thing to do? All I'm going to ask you guys to do on Earth is, it's okay for you to have your own opinion. It's okay to find out and explore where you want to be on the whole pendulum swing, right? But living on one side or the other is not going to be the healthiest thing for you.
So basically, suicides and gays are embraced. Even suicides who kill themselves, who die before their time, etc. There's no judgment over there. They're completely loved and embraced, right?
There's no judgment here. Absolutely. This place is only about unconditional love. You know, just even asking the question just seems so retarded.
Oh, thank
Why
you.
would somebody die and they would be hated?
Thank you very much.
What?
God.
He goes, no, Mom. I'm thinking because there's other people out there who are asking, you know, the same questions.
Mm-hmm. I'm just kidding.
It's almost like you got to look at not just the content of your question, but you got to look at it with non-human eyes. I mean, you're using a human language, human emotions, human opinion, human judgment on a place that's not even human.
Okay.
You know, so it just doesn't even add up that way either.
What about celebrities? I mean, if somebody is like, I don't know, Lady Gaga over here, are they treated with that same celebrity, or even saints, etc.? Are they, when they pass over? Are they, and the Pope? Are they treated in this elevated status?
He's trying to sing something in Latin I don't understand.
Oh gosh!
Like you do at church.
No wonder he has a good vocabulary. All that Latin he knows now.
He goes, I get it what you mean by celebrity. And when you say celebrity, it's also people in power.
Yes, yes.
Or big gurus and teachers and loved ones and so forth. No, they're totally recognizable. But again, they left the environment where they were holding the celebrity status, and they're in a totally new environment. It's a different experience. We don't look at, you used Lady Gaga as an example. He said, way to be hip, Mom.
I try.
We don't see Lady Gaga on the street and just go, oh shit, look who's Lady Gaga. We know it's Lady Gaga, but it's a completely different world, completely different environment. We don't have that. He goes, oh fuck, I don't even know what to call it. I was telling him, start simple. He goes, well, we don't really have that separation from each other, like, you're bigger and better at such and such. You know, we all have the same confidence levels. We all have that same sense of grounding, you know, and there's such a scale on Earth. There's such a difference of emotional stabilities on Earth, that you have these almost completely different status levels of emotional quality. You know how you do those personality tests?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you can still have that personality when you come here, but it doesn't make you less noticeable or more noticeable or better or worse. It makes you all as one. Here's, God damn it. The more I talk about it, the more it sounds so fucking boring to be here because everything's the same. He goes, but it's not that way at all. He goes, we're just missing a lot of vocabulary and a lot of words that I can't use because there's just not one for it on Earth.
And of course, regular souls. I shouldn't call it that, but Jamie, you might have been, a rock and roll star in another life. So Lady Gaga, we could have been like a Lady Gaga in one of our other lives. So that makes sense, right?
True. Yes.
Okay. Let's see if we have time for one more. Are there animals there?
Yes. And insects.
Plants?
Plants.
Are they all ones that have died, or can you create your own chihuahua?
He says you don't really manifest another life form.
I bet not.
And it's pretty wild. You can tend to plants and animals, but you're not an owner of them. You're a companion, but you don't have an ownership status. There's, different breeds of plants and animals and insects that no longer exist on Earth or just haven't come to exist on Earth that are in these higher dimensional planes.
Even T-Rex?
He goes, yo, dinosaur. Why? He said he's going to follow me around all day and just say, yo, dinosaur.
Oh, no.
Better than apples.
Yeah, I remember you did that, yeah.
Yeah, anything that was existing or is going to exist on Earth is there first. Yes.
And do you have to take care of dogs and cats and so on, or can they just survive on their own?
Yeah, they can survive on their own. Because remember, this is not a place where you have those needs, like you need water, you need food.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You need this, you need that. So animals can tend to themselves. And there's pure line. There's a pure line of communication between the two of them. You can talk to the animal can talk back. He says, again, when I'm talking about conversation, it's more from the heart. He goes, I didn't realize how much that frustrates me until we had these interviews today.
I bet. So you don't have to meow like a kitty cat?
He goes, no, but I'm sure that when you get here, you'll still do it anyways.
I'm sure. There's one other question I wanted to ask about animals, and I cannot remember for the life of me. What was it, Erik?
How people can be animals?
Oh, yeah. People can be animals.
Mm-hmm. If
Anything
there's
else?
a life force, then a person can be a part of that life force. So they can be an animal, an insect, a plant.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Are you a companion to any animals for the most part? I mean, is there a dog or a cat or a snake or whatever that you hang out with more than others?
He goes, come Mom, he's like talking to me. He goes, my mom's pairing me up with a snake.
Uh-oh, sorry.
No, he says, I don't have any companions right now.
What about my puppy dogs?
Well, he says, you can have them.
No, I'm talking about the one that passed away. All the ones.
Well, I get to see Nuthead every now and then, but Nuthead?
Peanut. Talking about peanut.
Peanut.
Nuthead.
But we don't hang out every day.
All right. Well, Erik, this was stellar. Thank you so much. And Jamie, you were wonderful as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, everybody stay tuned for our ongoing series on life after death, the afterlife, the human experience, and everything you can do in heaven. Bye now.
Erik says bye. Thanks for watching. I say bye. Thank you, Lisa.
Sure. Bye-bye.